Hello and welcome to TreeWalker Talks, episode 44. I'm done. Okay, so we're doing this on Thursday morning, so we're kind of late in the week like we used to do them. And I'm having morning coffee, so maybe I'll be a little more with it since it's not after work. Okay, homestead update. This weekend I've got a lot of things. It's one of those get stuff done weekends. I've got a push mower. My push mower died. The drive that made it go locked up, so you couldn't even push it. So then I dug out the old lawnmower, and it would run for about 2 minutes at a time, and then it wouldn't start again. So then my dad had a lawnmower. He knew I had a motor that worked. So he's like, here, how about you just take this one? And it was a nice mower. I think it was my sister's. And he said that it was squirting gas out of it. So I did a little bit of research just because the motor I think is good. And it looks like the carburetor might be jacked up. So I went ahead and it was actually, I think I got the one that was $22. The whole rebuild kit, not rebuild kit, but the whole carburetor, air cleaner, fuel line, spark plug, all came with that. So we got to get that put on this weekend. So hopefully then we'll have a push mower again. Makes it easier to do the backyard. Plus, I can use the trimmings to feed ducks, chickens, all that fun stuff. The other thing we need to repair is the chipper. Had some issues with that. I think I've talked about that in the previous one, but I've got the pull start, the fuel line because it was dripping, and a new spark plug for it also because I'm really behind on my chipping of the wood, and I figured that would be a good thing to set down in the new duck pen. I did get the new position at work. I want to say that. So I'll be going from union hourly to corporate hourly. So just kind of same company, just different sides of the table there. It has been dry and hot here. We did get a little bit of rain, but it really soaks up quick. So more rain would be good. So far, with everything going good, I haven't had to water the garden much, but that's probably going to change here soon. I have been working on the goat pen. I got the posts removed because we're kind of redoing how it sets. Got them ready to go in. I just have to dig the holes, get some concrete to concrete them in, get that up. Then we put the fencing up, and then we can start on the water feature. Still coughing. Sorry about that. Okay, what's growing on at the homestead? I did get the green beans planted in the bed. I kind of pulled it away and worked it up a little bit. And those are Blue Lake bush beans. So far, I haven't had any green beans this season. I mean, I do have enough that would probably get me through most of the winter in that from last season, but I don't like that. I would like to be a season ahead if possible. So hopefully those get going. We still have plenty of time. I actually thought about planting them in the garlic bed just to work it up and do that, but I don't know that that's going to be good. It might kind of coincide with when I need to get the garlic in. We did plant Swiss chard in one of the beds. It's time where I can do that, and that's always helpful in feeding the animals. It's okay. I'm not a big fan of it to eat myself, but a lot of what I grow out there feeds the animals that feed me. We did plant more mullein because I did plant some mullein and chicory. The chicory is up and doing pretty good, and that's in a pot so that I can easily harvest the roots for trying coffee to see how that goes. The mullein, I have it in a pot inside the greenhouse, and I also have it in a bed. So hopefully with the heat we've been having, they'll pop up. They're biennial, which means this first year they'll be low to the ground and have leaves. But then next year, the second year, they shoot up a huge stem, and that's what has the seeds and the flowers and stuff on it. The leaves are good, though. I plan on using some of those to try to kick this respiratory thing in the butt. Trying to think of anything else out there I planted this weekend. I think that's it. About another month or two, month and a half, we should start cooling down, hopefully, and I can get some greens back out there again. The kale's about done. I said that's probably it actually pulled the worms. That's what I was hoping away from the cabbage. Plus, I put neem oil on the cabbage, so the cabbages are actually starting to produce heads. So hopefully that keeps going. So we'll try to leave that kale up, let the worms eat on it, and then feed that to the chickens, worms and all. But I would like to get some spinach in, maybe some more lettuce, that sort of stuff. Okay, I think that's it. I think we'll move on to the main topic. So let's dive into it. It's a topic that I feel is quite important, especially in times like these, and I've been having some issues with it lately too. You know, those days when you just feel like you've reached your limit, when you feel like you're just done with everything. Well, today's talk is a gentle, heartfelt reminder that no matter how challenging things get, you've got this. Life can be like a roller coaster sometimes. One minute you're riding high, and the next you're down in the dumps. Things just pile up, the stress, the responsibilities, the worries, and there are moments when it just feels too much. I've been there, friend. Once, after a particularly long and stressful week, I felt exhausted, both physically and emotionally. Everything seemed overwhelming, and I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I felt like I was in a rut, unable to move forward. Didn't want to do anything. But then I remembered, I've got my own sanctuary. My garden. I dragged myself outside and just sat there, surrounded by the greenery, the flowers, the rustling of the leaves. Took a moment to close my eyes, breathe deeply, and just felt the life around me. I began to feel a change within myself, for the good. The garden, this living, breathing entity, became my saving grace, reminding me of the cycles of life, that after every winter comes a spring, after every night comes a new day, and after every problem comes a solution. Now, I'm not going to lie there. That solution may not always be the best solution, but there's going to be a solution. And sometimes it is what it is, right? So, what's the takeaway for days like that when you feel like you're just done with everything? Remember, it's okay to take a break. Breathe. If you have a garden and that's what you like, spend time in it. Let it remind you of the resilience of life. If you don't have a garden, don't worry. You can create your own sanctuary. Fill your living space with indoor plants, hanging pictures of nature. Play nature sounds in the background or take a walk in a nearby park. Or, maybe even just take a bath. Get that water feeling around you. The key here is, though, that you connect with nature in any way that you can. Ground yourself and recharge yourself. Remember, you're human, and it's okay to feel overwhelmed sometimes. But it's also important to remind yourself of your strength and your ability to overcome. Don't forget, ask for help when you need it. You're not alone. Reach out to friends, family, or if things are really bad, maybe even a mental health professional. That can be easier sometimes because they're not attached to you, and you're not going to have to worry about that person looking at you later and going, oh yeah, I remember that time when he faltered. But reach out to somebody, because we all need support sometimes, and that's perfectly okay. Remember, my friends, you're stronger than you think. You've got this, and the world is a better place with you in it. And until next time, keep your head up and your heart strong. And remember, stay alive out there and keep on surviving.